Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Moody Park. We're here to begin our second doubleheader of the afternoon as we tail into evening now. It's 4:46 p.m., and the Scranton Wilks-Barre Miners are making the trip over to Moody Park and Ewing, New Jersey, crossing state lines to take on the home team, the Trenton Generals. The Generals 5-4-1 against the 3-5 Miners in a day where we often see North Division teams playing South Division teams, some interleague play, and well, so far today, it's been a lot of North Division domination as we get a swing and a miss there on that one, and an opening strikeout for the Generals.
Number 6, the DH.
Going back to that, we have Jake Doherty on the mound for the Generals. He's been pretty good this summer, Luke.
Just struck out Rousseau.
Through 11 innings this summer, he's given up 7 runs. ERA's still been pretty low. He does have 9 walks and 15 strikeouts on the summer as well.
And it's Paddock in the box now as he will lift this one into center field. Back on his Bischoff, still trailing back, and he makes the catch. Had a wee bit of a stumble out there, but ended up making the play.
Number 26.
As Jake Doherty, so far this season, just 2 innings pitched and 2 earned runs conceded, but heading into his junior season over there at Ryder. Burlington, New Jersey native, getting off to a pretty good start here.
Tyler Bennick now due up for the Miners over at LIU.
We don't get a lot of LIU representation
Not in ECCBL.
in the ECCBL.
No,
Seems like more of a Cape Cod League shout.
100%.
But maybe some of those guys don't make it up there. That one's down low for a ball. It'll be 1-1 with 2 gone here in the top of the first. Trenton looking to be the first Jersey team to win at home at Moody Park today. We had 2 games earlier, doubleheader between Southside and the Trenton Capitals. And the undefeated Southside Railers stayed undefeated. They picked up 2 wins, including 1 in extra innings in that second game.
Caps let that second game just fall out of their fingers. They either should have tied or had that game in the bag. And then they had 1 inning where they just blew it open. Railers are good, man. They're a good team.
Doherty's 1-2. This one's cracked foul in the direction of the third base coach.
Yeah, Doherty, we mentioned the high walk numbers on the season. He's been attacking these Miners hitters so far. He's already got 2 quick outs, and he's got Bennick, the 3-hole hitter, deep in account with 1 and 2 here.
Pitcher's count here, 1-2 for Doherty. Kicks and delivers. That one's way outside. Nice pick by Ayers. Hasn't featured a lot for the Generals so far this season has Ayers, but getting the start behind the dish today. Middlebury commit. West Caldwell, New Jersey native. And the 2-2 is outside again.
Yeah, Ayers, one of those Seton Hall prep kids. You got a couple of them. You also have Santino Zarecki over there at second base, another one of those Seton Hall prep guys. So 2 of them for the Generals.
The 3-2. Doherty comes set, kicks, and delivers. Inside, but fouled back.
Excited to see if Doherty wants to go with the breaking ball here. Bennick's been all over the fastball.
The 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. And a quick 3 up, 3 down, top of the first for Jake Doherty. And the Generals, so far, so good, through 1. Back with you here at Moody Park. We're into the bottom of the first as Jake Guire steps up.
I've called a couple of games of Luke Guire, and it always seems that he has one big hit. It's always a towering double in the gap. This kid's got some real pop.
As this one is towering and into the gap, but not far enough as Rousseau's under it and will make the catch. There's one gone. He almost spoke it fully into existence.
From Middlebury, the catcher, number 22, Henry Ayers.
As you just mentioned defensively, last inning, Henry Ayers now due up for the Generals, one of those Seton Hall prep guys. They were one of the better teams in the state, you could say, this year.
And Ayers is one of their best players. Hit .468 for them. 29 hits, 20 RBIs.
And he's hitting pretty well in ECCBL play. Only 5 plate appearances so far, but he's hitting .333. He hit if you're 1 for 3, you're a Hall of Famer, Luke. .333 every day.
And perhaps Ayers is on his way, and that pitch is on its way up high. It's Paddock on the mound. He's making use of what we're affectionately calling the Shohei Ohtani rule.
Yeah, we don't see that a lot at all. Pitchers hitting for themselves in ECCBL. It's a lot of POs, but Paddock two-way in today.
As he's ahead in the count 2-1 here. The pitch. This one's cracked foul. Heading into his junior year of college ball. That one's a swing and a miss. And he gets a strikeout of Ayers. So Paddock up to 1K already. He's got a fly out to left as well. As you see a couple more fans dotting the outfield line, taking their seat in some nice lawn chairs out there in the shade. Looks like a pretty nice night for that, especially if you're in the shade. As Cano Pizzell comes up. Somebody dangerous on the base paths. Hasn't really found his groove yet. As the first pitch of the at-bat is right on the edge for a called strike.
Over from Shippensburg comes Cano Pizzell.
The 0-1. This one is hit hard, and it'll get down to the left field line for a base hit. Cano Pizzell digging in for second, and he's going to hold up there. He'll reach standing. As a nice piece of contact down that left field line puts Cano Pizzell on second and in scoring position here in the bottom of the first, and the Generals get the first base runner of the game.
From Seton Hall, third baseman.
That pitch was absolutely rocketed by Cano Pizzell. I love how you said he hasn't been getting settling yet, but man, that was a very confident and aggressive hat by Cano Pizzell. Just sends a laser right down the line. And they have a good RBI opportunity for the newest Seton Hall Pirate commit, Nick Tomasetto.
Tomasetto announcing his commitment earlier this week. Previously donning the scarlet and gray of Rutgers, New Brunswick. The pitch. In there for a called strike.
Tomasetto's also taken some big hacks as of lately. I feel like he's always another one of those guys that, you know, he's the definition of lean into one, big fella.
The 0-1. This one is hit hard right to the hot corner into the outfield. This could be a run. Cano Pizzell digging in around third. He'll head for home. Tomasetto wheels burning on his way to second. He'll get there standing. Close play, but he beat it. And the Generals are on the board to get going here at Moody Park, thanks to back-to-back doubles from Cano Pizzell and Tomasetto.
I mean, both two really hard-hit balls. I mean, that's what head coach Mike Coryell wants. He wants his guys, who you were talking about it earlier. He wants low-line drives. He wants hard ground balls. Two of those right there. An absolute scorching line drive and then just a hard ground ball by Tomasetto. Jen's already up 1-0 early.
Tomasetto takes his lead on second. Incalingo up the pitch. Incalingo swings at the first one, pops it up sky high. Under it is Bennick. He'll get it into his glove, and that'll be the end of the bottom of the first, but not before the Generals strike first, thanks to a pair of doubles from Cano Pizzell and Tomasetto. The home team up 1-0 after one.
There were no errors and one left. After one, the Generals won. The
Back with you here at Moody in the top of the first. Generals struck first. That pitch squirts past.
It's already a new pitcher on the mound. It is Josh Willits out there on the mound for the Generals now.
Early pitching change, so it seems as though really they were just using as an opener. Willis. But Willits is on the mound now. Doherty moved over to, Doherty on first. Zarecki on second. Geyer, Tomasetto make up the infield. Bischoff, Inkalingo, and Canopazell make up the outfield. That goes center, right, left.
Going back to Willits, we've only seen him throw 5 innings this year. Has pitched to the tune of a 0 ERA, not giving up an earned run, 4 walks, and 7 strikeouts on the summer so far for Willits. So pretty good numbers for him.
First batter he faces, though, there's a 4-pitch walk. And so taking his base is Rohan.
Number 12 from Westchester, right fielder, Pat Munley.
This will bring up Pat Munley. Westchester Ram this past season has Rohan on first. And Willits on the mound. The first pitch of the at-bat. In there for a called strike.
Mentioned Willits having that kind of low walk number, so not going to be looking for him to do too much of that.
Willits, the right-hander, most recently at University of Richmond, heading into his grad student season. Is 1-1. In there for a called strike. So it's 1-2. Rohan takes his lead over on first. Willits checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Inside. Has Moley dancing there. Willits, Southampton, New Jersey native. Attended Seneca High School. Coming back home for the summer. Get some reps in here as his 2-2 is grounded up the middle. This could be an easy play for Geyer, but it rather bounces off his glove, and all runners will reach safely. Took a bad hop and just nicked off the glove of Geyer. So Molney and Rohan will reach first or second. Be a single, no error. So Geyer maintains his reputation in the field.
Number 25, Joe Granco.
Brings up Joe Granco for the Miners. They're going to do some damage.
Big bat, right-hander, squares the bunt, but that pitch is high and inside. Pushes him off the plate a little bit. Willits spent his college career in the A-10. Not a premier college baseball conference, but no slouch either.
Absolutely not.
A couple of solid programs over there. His pitch is again inside. The ball gets away from the catcher, and Ayers is just going to eat it. So the runners advance. Molney's on second. Rohan's on third. And Willits is trying to reset himself. It's a 2-0 count. Granco in the box now. Willits is 2-0. Kicks and delivers. Snaps it in there for a called strike. Fastball got him kind of on the lower half of the zone, but still in nonetheless. Two 2-1. High and inside. 3-1 now. You're seeing the heat that Willis can pump when he throws, but missing some of that control at least early on.
It's been high and in to the righties. He's got to be careful. He's going to start hitting some of these batters, and that's when the merry-go-round and the circus show start to happen.
3-1. This one is hit, lofting into center field, coming on is Bischoff. He slides and makes the catch, and he pumps and holds the runner at third. Nice play by Bischoff. Hat flew off, showing the flow. And he pulls off the snag in the outfield. Came in, hit a little slide.
It didn't not only save the hit, but saved a run and the other runner moving up. So Big time play by Bischoff trying to keep the Gens lead intact.
This will bring up Nate Locke. Wilkes University. Went to Pleasant Valley High School in the deep suburbs of Philadelphia. More like its own town out there, really not in the suburbs. Heading into his sophomore season over there at Wilkes.
Locke hitting 360 so far on the summer. He's been off to a pretty good start for the Miners,
And
despite their record.
Dribbles this one to first base, trying to make the play and flipping to the pitcher, and they pull it off. Nice 3-1 put out. A run will still score, but they get the out nonetheless. Willets on the receiving end of a nice little flip toss from Doherty.
Number 20.
Regardless, even with Locke rounding out, the run scores, Rohan hits home, and Wolney is pushed to third. So 90 feet. So the leading run is 90 feet away. With 2 gone here in the top of the second. Willets come set. Snaps the pitch, but it's just low and away.
One plate on fire for this one is Jay Rodriguez. Didn't like that outside corner. We saw a little bit of a difference today with all that kind of stuff.
The 1-0. Foul back. The 1-1 now. Willets stares down later, kicks and delivers. That one's inside. Can't get the inside corner.
Oof.
And the at-bat continues.
Rodriguez has a tight zone today. I feel like the 0-0 pitch and just that 1-1 pitch, I feel like both of those could have been called strikes on Kopech.
2-1 from Willets.
Oh my
Missed
goodness!
the outside
Again.
zone. Yeah, you're not a fan of these calls?
No. I get, or at least personally, when I'm an umpire, I don't have a big zone, but I'm gonna give a little bit on the corners. Rodriguez really squeezing these guys. Like, this isn't the MLB.
Kopech trying to slap in a second run of the inning. That would give his squad the lead. Willets 3-1. This one's fouled back again. It'll be full.
Better say, if that wasn't a foul ball, hit the catcher's mitt and it wasn't a strike, I was gonna lose my mind.
Still, getting his bat on it was Kopech. Molney over at third. The payoff pitch from Willets. Checks the runner. It's on the way. Just misses the outside corner, and the walk for Kopech. He reaches after a long AB, and you got to think Willets probably not a fan of that call.
I mean, I'm not a fan of that call either. It's strike 3. It's on the corner.
The second baseman, number 10, Casey O'Brien.
Yeah, I despise that call on so many levels. That's strike 3 in my book every time. It's too close to take. Come on, man. It's got to be strike 3 every time.
Runners in the corners now. Wilts trying to work his way out of this jam and find an escape hatch. That one's grounded up the middle. This could be it. Geyer comes on and just steps on second base. And that'll do it for the top of the second. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 men left. As the game is tied at 1, we go to the bottom of the second here at Moody.
Hi, my name is Dr. Philip Glassner. I'm a hip and knee replacement specialist at Mid-Jersey Orthopedics. We're a multi-specialty orthopedic practice with offices in Flemington, Bridgewater, and Washington, New Jersey. We have 18 fellowship-trained specialists to take care of you from your neck down to your toes. We offer conservative management such as bracing, therapy, and injections through surgical interventions as well. Our goal is to keep you active and healthy and get you back in the game. We also offer on-site digital x-ray as well as MRI. We have evening and Saturday morning office hours to assist with convenient appointment times, as well as having walk-in appointments available. Call us or visit our website at midjerseyorthopedics.com so we can help you to live life better.
Back with you here at Moody Park. As J.C. LaCroix, the catcher, will lead things off for the Trenton Generals in a game that was 1-0 in favor of Trenton after one, and we now go to the bottom of the second. It's tied 1-1 thanks to a couple RBIs from the Scranton Wilks-Barre Miners, donning the yellow and gold, or rather yellow and gold are the same thing, donning the green and gold. Pretty good color combination, if I do say so myself. For a guy whose favorite color is orange and whose favorite color combination is, in fact, green and gold, this is a pretty nice matchup for me aesthetically.
I'm a big fan of the green and gold. Also, their jerseys, I like the gray in the mix, too. I think they're very, very nice jerseys.
Very athletics-coded.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. And the count is even now, 1-1. The pitch. Fouled away.
Paddock's done a nice job attacking hitters. Not a lot of walks for him so far today.
1-2 to LaCroix.
Carr hitting 273 in the summer.
Swing and a miss. Drop third strike though. Rowan's going to have to throw down to first, and he does it successfully. So there's one away here in the bottom of the second after LaCroix strikes out. Paddock starting to settle in a little bit here on the bump.
From Mercer County College, this center fielder, number 34, Alex Bischoff.
Bischoff now due up
Long day.
for the Gens.
Lots of starts in center field out there for Bischoff. He's played every game for the Gens this year. Pitch is in there for a called strike. Paddock, the pitcher, played a little bit of outfield this past season at Misericordia. Had to stare at that about 3 times to make sure I didn't mess it up. Kind of a tough word.
Misericordia.
Misericordia. I was right.
Wow.
No, it's Misericordia. 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 I guess it's Misericordia. Harvey's Lake, PA native. That one's a swing and a miss. Going into his junior year there with the Cougars. Trying to get some valuable reps in the ECCBL over the summer. Come set. Here's 1-2. Up high. Can't clip the top of the zone. The count's all square at 2 now. The 2-2. Up high, almost hit Bischoff in the head.
Paddock, you can see visibly frustrated with that pitch. That was nowhere near where he wanted it.
So the count is full. Paddock shakes off a couple signals. Settles, kicks, delivers. Way up high again, almost hit Bischoff again, and this time Bischoff will take his base. So a base runner for the second consecutive inning. This time via a walk, not via a hit. At least for now.
First baseman, number 18, Justin Doherty.
Let's bring up Justin Doherty, the first baseman. Got us started actually on the mound today before transition on over there to that 3 spot. Paddock will open the at-bat with a ball outside. Relying on that fastball a little bit early in these counts.
Yeah. Well, we've seen a lot of misses. He misses up with the breaking ball and down and away with the fastball. It just means he's kind of, sometimes pitchers will over-exaggerate. Not that he's trying to throw too hard, but he's just trying to over-exaggerate that arm slide a little bit. And he's just doing a little too much right now.
This one is lifted high and far, but Merberger's under it. Makes the catch and retreating back to first base is Bischoff. So Doherty is retired.
From FDU Madison, the second baseman, number 12, Santino Zarecki.
Santino Zarecki now steps into the box, played at Seton Hall Prep this past spring, hence his joining the ECCBL late as his team was going through the state playoffs. The at-bat opens with a ball high. That time, try to maybe throw a curve or something. It looks like it dropped down, just not far enough down.
Some kind of breaking, you know how they do it nowadays, some kind of slurve, whatever they want to call it. It's always something different with every pitcher. Zarecki's still looking for his first pitch, or excuse me, his first hit in ECCBL play. He's 0 for 5 right now. So obviously, it's small sample size and it's early on for him, but still looking for his first one.
Bischoff hops to a lead on first. The pitch is swung on and missed.
He's rookie at 336 in high school this year for Seton Hall Prep. He was one of their better hitters.
To be one of the better hitters on an offense that was one of the best in the state is an impressive and meaningful stat as he fouls that one back. So still 1-2 with 2 gone. And Bischoff over there on first. Paddock's up to 26 pitches. Okay numbers considering what we've seen on the pitching mound elsewhere today.
It's crazy because if you told me a week ago this was his line, I would have said this is unbelievable.
And he got him on the swing and a miss. So Paddock retires Surecki. Bischoff stranded at first, and we go to the top of the third with no runs scored in the bottom of the second.
No runs, no hits. There were no errors, and 1.
So another new pitcher here for the Gens as we go to the top of the third. It'll be Braden Hoiberg, as they seem to be going with the one pitcher for each inning strategy, I suppose.
Committed to Post University is Hoiberg. Monroe native, so another. We played them. We swept them this year.
Big stuff for you. Did you pitch?
No, I did not in that game. We did win 20-12 though against them in one game.
That sounds like an ECCBL scoreline almost. As the opening hitter lines out to center field, so we got one away pretty quickly here in the top of the third. Two teams tied at 1 after a pair of early runs.
Grant Russo now due up. It is St. John's. That's a nice little D1 school over there in New York. Love St. John's basketball. They were great this year.
Yeah, won a historic year under Rick Pitino. They made the tournament the first time in a long time. Won the Big East in the regular season. And they just looked like a dominant force until Arkansas got the better of them in round 2.
Well, until R.J. Lewis shot, what was it, 3 for 16?
Yeah, bad fourth quarter for him.
A bad game for him.
They were a team built on being bigger, stronger than everybody they played. And when you go to the tournament and you play a lot of teams that can shoot a lot of threes, it becomes a tough matchup. Especially that matchup against Arkansas. Arkansas wasn't bigger, but they were much more athletic. St. John's was just a big, lurking, slow team. Sometimes it's a tough matchup against a long, athletic team like Arkansas, but it's always next year for Pitino. We reloaded in the portal, took one of ASU's best players, Josan Sanin. But it's 1-2 now to Russo. Set to be a member of the Red Storm next season.
Ian Jackson also over there now.
Yeah, they picked up a lot of good guys in the portal this year. Keeping Kadera Richmond, too. 1-2. This one's grounded over to first. Coming on and making the snag is Doherty. He will turn and touch the bag himself and beat the runner. Not a big fan of the call.
He was out.
I agree, but not a big fan of the call nonetheless was Rousseau.
From Misericordia, the DH, number 6, Aiden Paddock.
And so here comes Aiden Paddock, the pitcher. Like we said, taking advantage of that Shohei Ohtani rule, pitching and hitting. for Misericordia. Hit more than he pitched in 2024, at least. In 25, it was a mixed bag. Started 4 games, and the highest his average got was 250, but that was in the 3rd game of the season when he was 1 for 4. Yo, 1. This one is popped up. Under it is Doherty, plenty of time and space, and he makes the catch just over the first base bag as Paddock runs under his glove. And that'll do it for the top of the 3rd. So far, so smooth for the Trenton Generals. It's 1-1 against the Scranton Wilks-Barre Miners. We'll be back with you after this message. ECCBL is sponsored in part by Northfield Bank, proudly serving local communities since 1887. With branch locations across Mercer and Hunterdon counties, Northfield offers simply free checking with no minimum balance, no monthly fees, and no per-check charges. Northfield Bank customers also enjoy free online banking, mobile app access, and a free debit card for everyday purchases. For more information, please visit northfield.com or follow Northfield Bank on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at Northfield Bank. Back with you here at Moody, and back with you here with a Timmy Martinez at bat. The DH picked up his first hit of the season last time we were out here calling a game of theirs.
We were.
And he's ahead 1-0 in the count early on. Swing and a miss. Counts even. So it's 1-1 to Martinez with nobody gone here in the bottom of the 3rd. And the pitch. Outside. Can't catch the corner.
Actually says on Game Changer that Martinez does not have a hit yet. But I could have sworn that
It's because I don't think the stats from the game that got rained out have been counted yet.
Oh,
He
because
got
the
a
game
hit
has
in
to
that
finish.
game. So the game, you weren't there for that.
No, I was not.
You were home safe while I had to brave trees falling and lights shutting off in Ewan County on my drive home. But no, it was the Gens and I think the Mams. Gens and Mams played. What was that, Thursday night? And there was some crazy storms that like blew in after like 2 innings. And Martinez got a hit in that, but the game hasn't been finished on Game Changers, so no stats official yet. But he just drew a walk there on 5 pitches.
I'll up the OBP a little bit.
Not afraid to take a pitch is Timmy Martinez, and he makes his way over to first. And this will bring up shortstop Luke Guire, who led things off in the bottom of the first, rather. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike.
As you mentioned, Guire's got some pop. Got to be careful with this kid.
Coming set is Paddock. Staring down Guire. Lifts the leg and delivers. Swing and a foul ball. That'll tail towards the parking lot. Guire 0 for 1 so far today. Another pitch. Check swing. Didn't go. Ball low. Played soccer in high school as well. Committed to play Delaware baseball next year. G, you much of a soccer player?
I used to back in the day. Soccer was actually my main sport up until I know everyone played soccer, but I played soccer a little bit longer than everyone else played until about 7th grade.
The only 7th grade soccer player in history of existence.
Yep.
Pops it. This could be 2, but a fumbling with the ball will force a thrower to first, and they get Guire in time. As Martinez advances to second, could have been 2, but O'Brien had trouble with the ball off of a tough, moody hop, so he just decided to throw out Guire at first. So Martinez advances to second on the fielder's choice.
The catcher, Henry.
Yeah, but going back to soccer, you know, used to be a little bit of a soccer demon, but then,
Demon.
you know, yeah, I was pretty good.
All right.
I wasn't bad.
What position did you play?
I was middle back,
Middle back? What is that?
one of the defense positions.
So you were center back?
Yeah.
There you go. Must have been a long time ago. G.
Oh,
Oh, well. Foul back.
I mean, I'm going to be a freshman in college. 7th grade was a couple of years ago.
Yeah. So my soccer career ended in 9th grade, but believe me, I was a standout goalie on the B team in middle school. Problem is, goalies who are scared of the ball are usually a tough parent to come by, and that was me. So definitely did not tear it up, but nonetheless. 1-1, one gone, runner on. Martinez takes his lead on second. The delivery in there for a called strike. It's 1-2. Ayers in the box. Paddock on the mound. Checks the runner. His 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Nice pitch there. Just tunneling pitch after pitch, and throws that fastball right by Ayers on the outside corner. Ayers, it wasn't that he was late on the fastball. He was just late to react. You could see he didn't want to swing at the pitch, but he knew he had to. He didn't want to go down looking.
Nice pitch by Paddock, who reached 41 with that one. Through 3, though. We've seen worse numbers for sure. As Cano Pizzell steps into the box, ripped a double down the left field line his first time up. As the pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. The pitch. Popped up, sky high, but foul. So it's 0-2 to Cano Pizzell. Digs in, sporting the red Jordan cleats. Clashing ever so slightly with that white uniform and orange lettering, but nonetheless, kind of same, both warm tones. The 0-2. This one is hit hard and high into the gap. Trailing back is Melberger. He's under it, though, and he'll make the catch. So that'll do it for the bottom of the 3rd. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. And we go to the top of the 4th.
For the Generals in the 3rd.
Hi, my name is Dr. Philip Glassner. I'm a hip and knee replacement specialist at Mid-Jersey Orthopedics. We're a multi-specialty orthopedic practice with offices in Flemington, Bridgewater, and Washington, New Jersey. We have 18 fellowship-trained specialists to take care of you from your neck down to your toes. We offer conservative management such as bracing, therapy, and injections through surgical interventions as well. Our goal is to keep you active and healthy and get you back in the game. We also offer on-site digital x-ray as well as MRI. We have evening and Saturday morning office hours to assist with convenient appointment times, as well as having walk-in appointments available. Call us or visit our website at midjerseyorthopedics.com so we can help you to live life better.
Back with you here at Moody into the top of the 4th. Tyler Bennett's going to lead things off for the Miners. who have just one run to their name thanks to a double in the second inning. First pitch is check swing. They're going to say he went. It'll be 0-1. So it's 0-1, the pitch. This one is hit hard into the outfield, could get down for a base hit, and it does. And a solid piece of contact leads to a base runner for the Miners, who have one aboard here early in the fourth.
Number 33, catcher Tom Rohan.
Rohan now up at the plate.
Led things off with a walk.
He's batting .250 this summer. So, you know, prototypical, around average hitter, you'd say, for ECCBL.
Especially in these wood bat leagues. Rocking some nice flow, though. It sticks out beneath the helmet. The 1-0. Up high. Counts even at 1.
And actually, you say that first pitch was a ball, so I believe it's going to be 2-0.
Excuse me, rather. So it's 2-0 with Bennick on first. And Hoiberg on the bump. Checks, kicks, delivers. Down low. So big hitters count here to 3-0. Would you swing away if you're Rohan?
No, absolutely not. Gotta stay tentative.
Hoiberg's 3-0. That one's in there for a called strike. I mean, we were talking to Coach Coryell before. During our last game, I was kind of lamenting how I found it confounding that pitchers don't decide to just take something off a pitch, put it in the zone when they can't find it. And Coach Coryell exclaimed, you know, why is it so easy for pitchers to find the zone as that one's popped up? Fair. Pushing foul now, but Thomas said it was under it, and he makes the catch. So there'll be one gone as Rohan's retired. But I was lamenting, I was saying, listen, if pitchers are struggling to find the zone, why don't they just take something off, throw a fastball, hope they get a ground out? And Coach Coryell was sitting next to us, and he exclaimed, listen, if it's so easy for them to do it on a 3-0 count, why don't they just do it every time? And I just found that interesting since we saw that 3-0 fastball go right down the pipe. Next pitch, pop out, you know? As there's a potentially caught in a rundown here, and he is. Bennick being pursued by Doherty, flips over to Sestwicki, who rather Suzurecki, who makes the tag. So there's 2 gone, thanks to a base running error and a pop out. So what started as an inning that looked like it could be, you know, perhaps a little bit dangerous, some damage done early on. The bases are now clear of runners with Munley up, who is 1 for 1 to his name so far today. The pitch. Foul tip, caught. Yo, 1. Can't drop the curveball in there at the top of the zone. Evens the count.
Hoiberg's got a nice curveball. It's got a lot of loop on it. The only problem with a lot of those loopy curveballs is sometimes hitters can pick it up early, but it is going to move a lot.
1-1. Got the outside corner. Hoiberg with 15 pitches to his name so far here. He pitches, and this one is hit off the end of the bat in the outfield into the gap. Both players coming on, but under it is Knopazel. He'll make the catch, and that'll do it for the top of the 4th inning. We are halfway through our first game of our doubleheader here as these two teams cruising.
In the 4th, no runs, no hits. There are no 36, Nick Tomasetto.
Back with you here. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning as these two teams cruise. The game is moving by so quickly it's hard for me to keep up with the scoreboard. But we're in the bottom of the fourth now. 1 run on 2 hits with no errors for both these teams as neither pitcher has looked particularly dominant, but they're still getting these ground outs and these pop outs as the first offering of the bottom of the fourth is up high. Can't locate the fastball at least to start things off. It'll be 1-0. The 1-0. Drops the curveball in there. Nice pitch there from Paddock. Paddock. It's 1-1. Can't catch the outside corner.
Paddock only up to 46 pitches, so he's done a good job, especially if he can get out of this. Let's say if he can get out of this in the next 10, 15 pitches. He's in business. He can probably go one more after this.
The 2-1. This one's grounded and just over the head. Took a funny, odd angle. And dropped into the outfield for a base hit.
Tomasetto now 2 for 2 on the day. The Seton Hall commit now eating up.
Right fielder, Donato Incolingo.
Committed to Seton Hall and is now 2 for 2 on Saturday to boot. Makes his way to first base.
Now you have a kid with a lot of pop-up. We've seen him hit one far and out of here with Donato and Kalingo.
Already 1 home run to his name so far this year. His teammate Tomasetto on first. They check the runner. He's back there in time.
And Kalingo only batting 208 though on the summer, so not the best average, but we know he has that extra base power.
Tomasetto will go to second and slide in there safely. Got a really good jump on what was a pretty throw by Rohan. Pretty good throw by Rohan. Never had a great chance of getting him.
Tomasetto showing his versatility. We know he has the pop. We know he's the bat-to-ball skills. Now showing off the speed there on that stolen base.
The 1-1. This one is hit high and hard. Back left field. Going back is Rousseau. Still at the wall, at the fence. He reaches and makes the catch. And Tomasetto is going to stay on second. That was close.
Just
close
missed it.
to a home run.
Just missed it. That's a deep fly ball, man.
Number 7, the EH, JC Lacora.
So there's 1 gone. This brings up JC Lacora. As Generals are looking to put themselves ahead here in the bottom of the fourth in a 1-1 ball game. Paddock's offering in there for a called strike.
I feel like ever since that second inning when I was ripping on the home plate umpire, Jason Rodriguez, he kind of figured it out a little bit. I'd say giving a little bit more on the corners now.
Must have heard something you said, Guac.
He knows I'm right.
The 0-1. Swing and miss. 0-2.
Nasty pitch from Paddock. Just got a whiff out of Lacora.
So taking his lead on second is Tomasetto. And Lacora donning a similar red helmet. Stares down Paddock. And the pitch just misses wide.
I thought that was strike 3, too.
Coach Coryell shouting some words of encouragement from over there on the third base side. It's 1-2 to Lacora. Pitch. Outside. All even now. 2-2. Tomasetto hops out to a lead on second. Paddock's pitch is fouled back.
Not at my face, though.
I was surprised with the lack of flinch there. It wasn't at your face, but it was like 3 feet to the right. It wasn't even close to our window, though. I think the last one could have gotten through our window if there was no fence.
You know, the first one only I flinched at, it like skipped to hit the ground, but it came all the way up and hit our.
It wasn't as bad as the one that literally was going right between my eyes. The 2-2, got him on the outside quarter. That was one of those pitches that just drops in and paints the edge in a way where it's hard to think the hitters had anything they could do about that.
It's also a tough pitch to lay off of because you know it's going to be close. You're gonna kind of want to put your A+ swing on it, and if you flail, you flail. But yeah, just watching that one.
First pitch to Bischoff up high.
Bischoff walked in his first plate appearance against Paddock. 4-pitch walk at that.
Tries to get Tomasetto with a little sneaky leg move, but is ineffective. So Tomasetto jogs back to second. Still 1-0 to Bischoff. Checks the runner, kicks, delivers. This one's grounded sharply to third base. On there, making the play is Bennick. He turns, fires across the diamond, and makes the throw. Some textbook defending from the hot corner from Bennick. And Paddock gets out of the fourth inning with no runs and 1 hit with 1 man left. Going into the 5th inning, it's the Miners 1 and the Generals 1. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Dr. Philip Glassner. I'm a hip and knee replacement specialist at Mid-Jersey Orthopedics. We're a multi-specialty orthopedic practice with offices in Flemington, Bridgewater, and Washington, New Jersey. We have 18 fellowship-trained specialists to take care of you from your neck down to your toes. We offer conservative management such as bracing, therapy, and injections through surgical interventions as well. Our goal is to keep you active and healthy and get you back in the game. We also offer on-site digital x-ray as well as MRI. We have evening and Saturday morning office hours to assist with convenient appointment times, as well as having walk-in appointments available. Call us or visit our website at midjerseyorthopedics.com so we can help you to live life better.
Back with you here as we move to the 5th inning at Moody Park. The Miners and the Generals knotted at 1 as both teams look to break through. Generals 5-4-1 on the season. They're just kind of hanging around in second place in the Southern Division. Meanwhile, the Miners 3-5, nowhere near second in the Northern Division. Where it's just the brisk and blistering is the word I was looking for. The blistering pace. They, Quakertown and Southside, have been playing with the top of that division. 1 loss between those 2 teams. Pretty impressive stuff. This one's grounded up the middle. Coming on and making the play. No, rather getting right past his glove. Tough fielding mistake from Geyer there. Didn't even take that weird of a hop. Just charged on it at a weird angle.
Number 14, shortstop, Nate.
As you mentioned, you kind of just overrun it. It took that high hop, and when you're running in, it's hard to bring your glove back up towards your body to field the high hop. Just kind of Aguirre up a little bit.
First error of the game by either team. Hoiberg still on the mound. He's matched up with Locke. Kicks, delivers. Locke squares to bunt, dribbles a beauty down that third base line. Trying to let it go and go and go is Tomasetto, but it's going to creep foul 1 foot before the bag. That was electric. Tomasetto played a waiting game, flashes a big old smile at his dugout, and even Coach Coryell's impressed. Watch that ball, just let it roll and roll and roll, and knew there was a bank coming, and sure enough, that thing just crept foul, a foot before the base. That's called knowing your environment more than anything.
Most definitely. A moody roll. Instead of moody bounce, that was a moody roll. Changing up the vocabulary now. I'm going to claim that one before Ben Chadwick can.
I think you can. Chadwick's in Ireland. He doesn't get dibs. Squaring a bunt again. This time getting through and away from the catcher, so Granko will move over to second, and that kind of negates any purpose of the suicide squeeze. Well, actually, not even. Rather could further encourage the Miners to try something here, to play to run to take the lead with a runner on second and nobody gone.
Yeah, with them only having 2 hits today, maybe smart.
Play some small ball. Hoiberg kicks and delivers. This one in there for a called strike, 1-2.
Feels weird calling a Monroe Natives game, Luke. I'm not going to lie. It's different.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, they're one of our biggest rivals. You know, we're both the Falcons in the same division, so.
Who got the mascot first?
I'm not 100% sure, in all honesty.
Feels like that's how the rivalry should be settled. You go back and see who had the mascot first, who had dibs on that. And then from there, kind of figure out who might have the edge in the rivalry and stuff.
My guess is probably Monroe, because it was a public school.
As a fellow private school attendee, I know how you feel. This one is lifted into right. Coming on is in Kalingo, and rather going over to make the catch is Zarecki. Once again, the hat flew off. Got to get these guys tighter caps. Or they just want to let the flow show, which, fair enough. These guys probably spend a lot of time working on that.
That was a nice play by Zarecki, though. I mean, that's a tough one. Going all the way, that's almost into no man's land. I was surprised that Doherty didn't even give a chase over at first base. Because that could have also been his ball, but Zarecki takes that nice diagonal route to right field, beats Kalingo to the ball, and makes a nice over-the-hand grab.
So that's the first out in the top of the 5th. As Hoiberg pitches to go back to start things off, and it's down low in the dirt. Granko takes the lead on second. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1 to Kopech. That one can't catch the up corner, so it'll be 2-1. I don't know about that one. Gee, that one looked like it could have caught in the edge of the zone there.
I agree. It kind of started up a little bit high. I've been more pissed about other calls, I'll say, than that one today. I think that there's been worse.
This umpiring driving you to anger in choice words. 2-1. Same spot, same call. 3-1.
I thought that one was more of a strike than the last one.
At this point, you're going to throw the headset down and go put on the mask.
I honestly should.
Nobody knew who he was until he put on the mask. Runner on second. One gone. This one is cracked foul towards the dugout, and Coach Coryell remains unfazed.
He seems like a guy that, like, you know, if you were to throw a fake punch at him, he's not going to flinch.
He's not going to flinch. He's going to hit you right back. You're going to drop like a sack of potatoes. Coach Coryell, he's definitely got some stories. 3-2, full count. Hoiberg on Kopech. One gone here in the 5th. Lifts his leg, kicks, delivers. This one's grounded to third. There is Tomasetto. Catches it on 2 hops, fires it across the diamond. And there's 2 away.
It's play by Tomasetto. Just classic textbook. Check the runner, checks Granko over at third. Or excuse me, at second. Make sure he doesn't advance and then fires, gets the out. So nice defensive sequence there by Jones. Also credit to Hoiberg, excuse me. He was down in the count, battled back, made it full, and then able to produce the ground ball in the full count. We haven't seen a lot of that today by a lot of pitchers, so I'd tip my cap to Hoiberg, even though he's from Monroe.
This one chopped foul down that third base line. So after that leadoff single that turned into basically a double because Granko was able to make his way over to first with nobody gone, Hoiberg's picked up a pair of outs And now it faces O'Brien. C. O'Brien. No, not Conan O'Brien.
It's Casey.
Casey O'Brien. This one's hit hard to left field, but coming on is a Cano Pizzell, and he makes the catch. Nice piece of fielding there. And we move from the top of the fifth to the bottom of the frame. Two pitchers both in good rhythm right now as both of these teams look for that second run that could be key. It's Miners 1, Generals 1. Don't go anywhere. And after a mid-inning switchover scored by Footloose, we have returned with you to get loose here in the bottom of the fifth as the Generals look to break the deadlock at 1 and plate their second run of the game. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Still going strong here is Aiden Paddock. And we know how the announcer's jinx work, but again, neither of these pitchers seem to have shown many cracks so far. Again,
Not at all.
the Generals have already used 2 pitchers, to be fair. We are on to Hoiberg. There's a swing and a miss. But even the opener did a pretty good job. Doherty, the first baseman. 0 for 1 today. Getting his second at-bat of the game. The pitch. This one's hit high, hanging and dropping into the outfield and right into the middle of Rousseau. And there's one gone here in the bottom of the fifth.
Went golfing for that one. That was a low pitch. That Dory tried to get underneath, but he got too far underneath it. So Tino Zarecki due up now with 1 out.
Like you mentioned, Seton Hall prep guy still looking for that first hit.
Took a couple of big hacks in his first at-bat, a couple swings and misses, see if he's able to get some more contact against Paddock in his second at-bat.
Goes all the way around on a check. They're going to give him a strike. So it's 0-1.
Paddock only at 61 pitches. Wow.
Both of these guys settling into a nice rhythm. The 0-1. This one's another swing and a miss. As right now, it feels like Zarecki's kind of just trying to end this hitting streak with one big swing, you know? I'm sure Coach Coryell would love to see him bunt, lay someone down, maybe play some small ball, shorten up, slaps him the opposite way, but right now, Zarecki focused on the big stuff, and that one's outside, doesn't chase there.
Seems as if Zarecki just needs some contact right now. Maybe next at bat he has to lay down a bunt or something just to try and see something go in fair territory, you know?
And the 1-2. Up high and popping off the glove of Rowan. So the count's even to Zarecki now. With 1 gone. Here in the bottom of the fifth, the 2-2. This one's a swing and a miss. And Zarecki sits down on some inside heat from Paddock, who's really starting to almost get better as the game goes on.
The DH, Timmy Martinez.
So this brings up Martinez. No official hit yet, but I witnessed him hit one a couple days ago in a game that is yet to be finished thanks to some adverse weather conditions.
Glad you made it home okay that day, though.
Man, I was worried, and then our colleague Luke Anderson hit me with a text that said, "Oh yeah, stoplights are down too." And I said, "Okay, that's normal." But I thugged it out, made it home, listened to some Brent Fayez all the way home. It was a good vibe, low key.
In the middle of like a Category 5 hurricane.
Yeah, no, it was keeping me chill, it was keeping me relaxed, chill vibes. It's 1-1. Martinez, the pitch, down low in the dirt. I'm a big fan of listening to like chill music when you do not chill things. You know what I mean? Like playing basketball and listening to like some indie rock is fun.
Ooh,
Or like I'll work out late at night. I'll put on like some Nirvana, not like the hard Nirvana, like the mopey Nirvana.
Yeah, like the kind of like soft melodic. Type
Yeah,
of Nirvana.
exactly. Some Steely. You know what Steely Dan is?
I do.
Okay, I didn't know if you knew ball like that, but yeah, some Steely Dan sometime is good. They're on the chill side. Martinez faces a 2-2 here with 2 gone. The pitch. Up high, just missed. And Paddock annoyed with that call, shaking his head.
Looked like a strike from up here in the booth, but again.
Inconsistent zones, feels like we've seen. Count is full. Paddock's pitch. Got there in the inside corner, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no men left. And rhythm with a capital R for both of these pitchers as they cruise into the 6th inning here at Moody. ECCBL is sponsored in part by Northfield Bank, proudly serving local communities since 1887. With branch locations across Mercer and Hunterdon counties, Northfield offers simply free checking with no minimum balance, no monthly fees, and no per-check charges. Northfield Bank customers also enjoy free online banking, mobile app access, and a free debit card for everyday purchases. For more information, please visit northfield.com or follow Northfield Bank on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at Northfield Bank.
Well, now Doherty's pitching now.
Hi, my name is Dr. Philip Glassner. I'm a hip and knee replacement specialist at Mid-Jersey Orthopedics. We're a multi-specialty orthopedic practice with offices in Flemington, Bridgewater, and Washington, New Jersey. We have 18 fellowship-trained specialists to take care of you from your neck down to your toes. We offer conservative management such as bracing, therapy, and injections through surgical interventions as well. Our goal is to keep you active and healthy and get you back in the game. We also offer on-site digital x-ray as well as MRI. We have evening and Saturday morning office hours to assist with convenient appointment times, as well as having walk-in appointments available. Call us or visit our website at midjerseyorthopedics.com so we can help you to live life better.
Back with you here at Moody Park as we move to the 6th inning. Reminder, we're playing a 7-inning game here because this is the first of a doubleheader. And we got a new pitcher on the mound.
So we wanted to apologize. We thought Jake Doherty was the starting pitcher, and it ended up being Wilks for both the first 2 innings. So Doherty will now take the mound. After we originally thought he was the starter, it was Wilks to pitch both. We did think it was 2 different numbers, though. We were a little confused with our PA guy, Jeff, but we've got it all sorted out.
Listen, it's been a long day up here. Hopefully we've earned a little bit of slack. If we haven't, fair enough, but in our hearts we have. As the first 2 pitches of Doherty's are both balls, squaring for a bunt and seeing one go right past for another ball, is Milberger. And we talked about the rhythm of this game, and there's something a pitching change can alter in terms of the game moving along smoothly or not smoothly and how that can change. That one's in there for a called strike on the outside corner.
There it is. This is a classic throw 3 balls, not even close, and then throw the fastball right down the middle on a 3-0 pitch. Every time.
3-1. Outside. Can't catch the corner there. And a leadoff walk for Melberger, one of the only walks we've had all game, which is not something we say very often around here.
Not at all.
As Coryell's going to come out and talk to Doherty, as is the rest of the infield. Coryell talking things over with his squad. And again, we were talking about this, not rivalry, but matchups between the Northern and the Southern Division at the top of the broadcast. But so far today, South Jersey Kings swept in Scranton. And the Trenton Capitals swept here. So 0-4 today are the Southern Division teams against those Northern Division foes. But with a 1-1 ball game in the 6th inning, the Generals probably have the best look of any Jersey team yet. Pitch. One 0. Up high. Just can't really seem to bring that fastball down right now, is Doherty.
He's leaving everything upstairs. Not good.
That one's inside, rather.
So now he tries to bring it down, and he almost spiked it. So not good here for Doherty. Coach Coryell definitely can't be too pleased in the dugout right now.
3-0. Squaring a bunt and then seeing a strike go right by him is Rousseau.
I'd bet you $10 this is a ball.
Listen, G, I got confidence in Doherty. I don't know about you. But I'm not going to take that bet because I like my money. So 3-1. Foul back.
Wow.
I would have won. Shame.
You lost.
I suppose. Melberg over there on first. Rousseau still in the box. He's 0 for 2 today. Started in left field today. Made a couple of catches out there thus far. The 3-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. This could be 2. Flipping to second for 1 and then firing over to first. They got him in time. 6-4-3 double play. Geyer, Zarecki, and Doherty.
The other Doherty.
The other Doherty combine well for a 6-4-3 double play and rid the bases of any runners with 2 gone here in the top of the 6th.
Now it's Paddock, the pitcher, due up.
Pitch. Down low.
Doherty, honestly, a big bailout for him. Hasn't been throwing strikes, gets the double play ball. So without throwing strikes, he's gotten 2 outs.
Pitch snaps up top. Another ball. This one slapped into the outfield. Coming on is Incolingo. Took 1 step back initially, but then comes in and gathers and makes the catch. And after a brief blip, Doherty gets out of the inning on just 14 pitches. It's no runs, no hits, and nobody left for the Miners as they still remain with just 1 run as we go to the bottom of the 6th for the Generals to try to take the lead. Back with you here, and Moody. After some confusion on who is actually taking the mound for the Miners, it seems to be number 23, Ryder Gray. Bray, excuse me. See, even I'm confused. The righty.
They had 220. The Miners had 223s on their rosters. We thought it was this guy with the name Stitchberg, but instead it's just Bray. Stitchberg would have been a more awesome name, I'd say.
Ryder Bray is still a pretty good name, to be completely honest. Kind of thing you would name like an action hero in the 60s. Pocono Mountain West High School, going into his sophomore year over there at Pace. Great drama and art school up there in New York. Pretty funny they have a baseball team. The 1-1. That one's inside. Public accounting major over there at Pace is Bray. He's ahead here. Count those numbers. 2-1. And the pitch. Inside. 3-1. So when I said he was ahead, I lied because he's not. He's behind.
Look for Guire. Look for Guire to try and punish this pitch. If he gets a strike here, I have a feeling this is headed towards the gap.
The 3-1. This one's hit high and hard, but not hard enough. Oof. Under it is Munley. He comes on, makes the catch. Had a little bit of extra movement there at the end of his run, but still, ball does not hit the grass, and there's one gone here in the bottom of the 6th.
Just missed it.
These two teams still deadlocked at 1. 2-0 to Ayers. No pitch. This one's grounded hard over the first base, and there to make the play is Granko. Nice scoop, tags the bag, and there's 2 gone. Both these teams playing pretty disciplined baseball right now. Only 1 error between the two of them. Not a lot of walks on either side either.
No, every single pitcher's been getting after batters, you could say, apart from Doherty last, and he was the only one who was extremely erratic. But yeah, all these pitchers going after guys, and it's entertaining baseball. It's good, clean baseball, and you love to see it here at ECCBL.
Pitch. High and in. And, you know, Canopazell up. He's got 2 hard hits to left field. One of them got down for a double. One of them was caught. And it says a lot about the pitchers with the umpires calling the strike zone as tight as they are. For there to be a lack of walks is something quite commendable. As check swing there and say he went. Counts even at 1.
That was the right call. He went all the way around. There you go. See, I give credit when credit's due for the umpires. Don't worry.
And in a 1-1 count here, Canopazell stares down Bray. And the pitch. Drops in there for a strike. When it's a game this close between two teams, really just one swing of the bat can be all the difference.
And you're going to have Inkalingo up next inning for the Gens, so.
Or if it's double or even a single here. That one's way outside.
I mean,
even at 2.
Tomasetto will be next up, but we know he's a good hitter as well.
This is kind of the meat of the lineup for the Generals. Starting with Canopazell, then Tomasetto, then Inkalingo. Tough to get him up here with 2 outs, but if you believe in him to get hits, could be positive.
He's worked the count full, so you never know.
The payoff pitch. This one's cracked. Ground ball, locked there, catches, fires, and that'll do it. For the bottom of the 6th, we go to the final frame of the first game of this doubleheader between these two teams as both teams cruise. It's Miners 1, Generals 1. Don't go anywhere. Tyler Bennett going to lead things off here in the top of the 7th. We're in the final frame of regulation, and he gets it going with a heart ground ball up the middle, but it's controlled nicely and fired across the diamond. Bit too high, though, as we'll get an opening base runner to start this 7th inning.
It's an error on Zarecki over there, just a high throw.
It was a tough play to make before he fired it. It looks like he never really had the ball in his grasp before he sent that one over to first base.
Number 33, catcher Tom Rohan.
So this brings up Tom Rohan, the catcher. He's 0 for 1 today, but he's gotten on base with thanks to a walk. Again, pretty wild to see him with just an 0 for 1. You're thinking, oh, he's probably got a couple walks to his name. Nope, just one. This is his 3rd at-bat of the game. I mean, even 0-0, even the 0-0 tie we had to open the season, there was more hits than this game. Squares the bunt, fouls it back, 1-1.
See, they're playing a little bit of an interesting bunt coverage here. They have...
They're way in. They're way far
well,
in.
no, it's just that they have Doherty covering. They have Zarecki, the second baseman, on the grass. Just surprised because normally on a bunt coverage like this, you're going to have that second baseman go over to first, cover the first base side, and Doherty. And you have Doherty play up and off the back, and you normally shift Zarecki back and over in case the ground ball's to that side.
1-1. Squaring a bunt, pops this one up high in the air. And you got to think that probably takes away the bunt for the rest of this at-bat.
100%. You're going to see, yeah, Zarecki's going to go play all the way back now.
Hey, he's fouled it back twice now.
Listen, I mean, that's one of these things where if you're going to have Rohan bunt, you tip your cap. You know? It's tough to bunt with 2 strikes.
1-2, the pitch. This one's popped, foul. Going to stay there. Still 1-2. Runner on first. Rohan still at the dish. The catcher facing a 1-2 count. Takes that one upstairs, 2-2. This one hit hard and high. Going back on his Cano Pizzelle. Still going back, and it's over, off the wall. Looked over the fence from here. Depth perception was a little off, but it's off the wall. And it's a double, and there's runners on second and third now with nobody gone here in the top of the 7th, the final frame of regulation.
And now the Miners are in business. I feel like the Gents have had control of all this game, but now the Miners looking to put all the pressure on the Gents. If they just score 1, Gents haven't scored a run since the 1st inning.
12, right fielder, Pat Munley.
And in comes the infield. Going to do their best to deny a run home. The pitch. Up high. And this is where a pass ball can really hurt you if you're
I was
Doherty.
just about to say, you got to watch the wild pitch, especially on the high one. Also be careful with the hit by pitch as well. Either one of those is a possibility for this arm.
The 1-0. Doherty kicks, delivers. This one's fouled off. The 1-1. Doherty kicks, delivers. Snaps it in there for a called strike. It's 1-2. He's ahead in the count.
It's a nice pitch by Doherty.
I understand the infield's in. I do think it would be an interesting idea to lay down a bunt third base line. I know that's, at this point, swing and a miss there by Munley, and he'll sit down. That was chopped, of course, with 2 strikes, but...
Yeah.
Number 25, first baseman.
So here comes Granko. Made a nice play at first to end that last inning in the field, but still yet to flash the bat. Granko lays it down and pops it back.
Over our heads.
Infield came charging in. So it's 0-1 now to Granko. Still got one more bunt attempt if he wants to use it. before he would be striking out on a foul ball. It's 0-1. One gone. Runners on second and third. The pitch. He squares to bunt, and he takes the pitch up high for a ball. One. Grango in the box. 0 for 2 today. Doherty on 27 pitches. His 28th. Grango squares to bunt. It's right in front of the plate. Coming home to play at the plate. There won't be one. And the Miners take the lead. Bennick made his way all the way home. It looked like it would have been probably no play at home, and they wanted to get the out. Take away the next sacrifice. Doherty turned and fired to first.
Number 14, shortstop, Nate.
As we have a runner on third now with 2 gone. The pitch. Outside. Would have been tight. It was a pretty nice bunt. Wasn't a perfect bunt, but it chopped high enough that it bought time to where Doherty couldn't kind of scoop and flip. He had to catch it up above his head, and then had to bring it down. Couldn't throw it from there. Had to use his glove to catch it, the 1-0. This one's grounded foul. And it would have been really close, and I can understand Doherty kind of wanting to get the runner out at home. Sorry, get the runner out at first and take away any sac fly. Because, you know, if he throws home and he doesn't get him in time, they can then sac fly and get another run. Yeah. At that point, if he is like, listen, I'm going to eat this run. I'm going to fire it over to first. We're going to have 2 outs, so they can't sacrifice anymore. But it's 1-1 now. Doherty comes set, winds, delivers, fouled off, 1-2.
It's a tough play. Tough choice coming back to the Doherty run. But nonetheless, Jen's now back against the wall. Need a run.
It might need multiple depending on the outcome of this at-bat. It's 1-2. Doherty pumps, delivers, swing, and a miss. He got him. But the damage done, at least for now. 1 run in the top of the 7th for the Scranton Wilks-Barre Miners. And it turns to the Trenton Generals bats. They have 3 outs to work with. They got to tie this one to push to 8 or score 2 and win it in regulation. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th here. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Dr. Philip Glassner. I'm a hip and knee replacement specialist at Mid-Jersey Orthopedics. We're a multi-specialty orthopedic practice with offices in Flemington, Bridgewater, and Washington, New Jersey. We have 18 fellowship-trained specialists to take care of you from your neck down to your toes. We offer conservative management such as bracing, therapy, and injections through surgical interventions as well. Our goal is to keep you active and healthy and get you back in the game. We also offer on-site digital x-ray as well as MRI. We have evening and Saturday morning office hours to assist with convenient appointment times, as well as having walk-in appointments available. Call us or visit our website at midjerseyorthopedics.com so we can help you to live life better.
Back with you here at Moody Park into the bottom of the 7th. It's the Generals' last chance to win the opening game of this doubleheader. And it's 2-1 Miners, as the Generals need 1 run to tie and 2 to win. Up to start things off, Tomasetto takes a big hack and misses. Just committed to Seton Hall.
2 for 2 on the day. He's been scorching hot for the Gents today.
Yeah. But he's behind in the count, 0-1. The pitch from Bray. Swing and a miss again, 0-2.
Making Tomasetto look foolish so far.
Again, New Jersey teams winless so far today against all their Northern Division opponents.
Crazy that Pennsylvania's north. I think that's
That
actually
still
crazy.
warps me. I still think we should do East and West, but that's just my opinion. The 0-2. This one's grounded to third. Should be an easy play for Bennett. Gets it, fires it, completes it. And there it is. 1 gone. And up comes Inkalingo.
Fielder, Donato, Inkalingo.
He's a big guy. He can send that ball over the fence and left. We've seen it already. He's already put one into the bullpen this year at this exact park. They could use a big swing like that to tie this one up here in the bottom of the 7th. Bray on the mound. Stares down Inkalingo. First pitch, check swing. They're going to say he did go.
Right call. I thought he went around.
0-1. Pitch was way up and in. Nice pitch there by Bray. Kind of bait that out of Inkalingo.
I mean, he knows Inkalingo wants to hit an absolute moonshot and get this game knotted up right away.
The 0-1 from Bray.
Nice
Dropped
pitch.
it in there for a called strike. What'd you like about that?
You just got him on that up and in fastball. You tunnel that with the curveball. It's going to start almost at the shoulder height and just dip and hit the top cross of the zone. There's no way Inkalingo's thinking, oh, yeah, upstairs breaking ball's coming.
So behind 0-2 in the count now is Inkalingo. Biggest power bat the Gens have. Kick, delivery. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Not a big fan of his at-bat. As he walks back to the dugout.
Number 7, the EH, J.C. Lacora.
And this brings up J.C. Lacora as the Gens are down to their last out in the opening game of this doubleheader here at Moody. Bray kicks and delivers, and there's a big swing and a miss from Lacora. You know, we shed a lot of light earlier on a really impressive pitching day from the Southside Railers. But talk about what we've seen from the Miners so far today. It's been really good.
Oh, excellent. Paddock and Bray have both been unbelievable.
There's a chopped ground ball, chopped foul. So Trenton Generals down to their last strike here in the opening game of this doubleheader. It's 0-2 to Lacora with Bray on the mound as the sun hangs low behind the trees. Bray kicks. He's 0-2. Fouled back.
Camera shake.
Camera shake.
We all good over there on the camera?
I mean, I haven't checked in a while. I assume we're chilling. Oh, yes, we are. You best believe it. Probably been one of our best camera days of the season.
During one of our longest days of the season.
Wouldn't have won it any other way. The 0-2 from Bray. Outside. Bray's 1-2. Ground ball could get in the gap, and it does. Gets right behind the gloves of Granco and O'Brien and trickles into the grass in right field. Lacora will reach safely.
They're going to give it a single on the play.
And get a base hit. Pinch hitter coming up.
Pinch hitting for the Generals, number 11, Jack Plopper.
It'll be Jack Ploppert. He'll step in. Eckerd College sophomore. Big Phillies fan. Bryce Harper's his favorite athlete. Knew I like this kid. Runner on first. Lacora takes a big lead.
Ploppert hitting 346. This is definitely one of the Gens' better hitters that you want up at the plate right now.
got to be next to positive he'll be starting that second game. Probably just wanted to give him the first one off, but, Coach Coryell making the boss call, sending him in. And he's ahead in the count 1-0 to start things off. Bray comes set. And delivers. Dropped it in there for a called strike. One. LaCara takes his lead over at first. The pitch. Just missed on the high and in corner.
I don't know how I feel about that one. Thought that was a strike.
So 2-1 the count here with 2 gone and 1 on. And the Trenton Generals trailing 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th. The final inning of the first game of this doubleheader here at Moody Park tonight. Bray tries to pick off the runner, and the ball gets away. LaCara is going to dig in for second. He's hustling there. He's going to dig in and turn for third. It looks like he'll make it. Play at the plate. Not in time. Ball gets loose.
My
He could turn again, but he won't. He'll stay at third.
Oh, my goodness. What a backup play by Russo. Saved the game-tying run.
That's a huge play there by Russo to back that up. I mean, LaCara was scooting around those bases, pumping his arms. He could have turned for home if there was nobody there. But back-to-back throwing errors have suddenly made this very interesting. The tying run 90 feet from home. There's 2 gone and a 2-1 count. Bray been nails all game. He stares down Ploppert. Kick, the pitch. This one is fouled back. Counts even at 2 and down to their last strike. For the second time this inning are the Trenton Generals. Words of encouragement being hollered down the third base line from Coach Mike Coryell. It's 2-2 with 2 gone and 1 on. And the Trenton Generals trailing 2-1. Kick, the delivery. In there for a called strike 3 on the outside corner. And Bray puts out the fire. And the Scranton Wilks-Barre Miners are victorious in the first game of 2 here at Moody Park. The pitching staff, cool, calm, and collected throughout 7 innings. That was the key to victory for them. And they take this one 2-1 as Jersey teams remain winless here on this big doubleheader Saturday across the ECCBL. We'll take a break and be back with you for the second game of this doubleheader shortly.